When I said it's old, Gua Sha dates back to the Neolithic period, the late Neolithic period in China. And there was something called bien stones. You're going to see bien stones as a marketing term if you go out and try to buy tools. This is marketed as a bien stone. The word bien simply means to put to medical use. It simply means something applied to medical use. So any stone you use to treat somebody medically is a bien stone. It's not a specific lava rock from a region of China that has magic powers that they're turning into Gua Sha tools, which you will see in a lot of marketing. There were 3 types of bien stones that have been found archaeologically. Bien stones for scraping, bien stones for piercing the skin like a needle, and bien stones for incising like a scalpel. And they were using all 3 of those all the way back in the late Neolithic period in China. So at that time, it was a very shamanic practice. We want to release the evil spirit that's in the person. Chinese medicine, we talk about xie qi, evil qi, evil energy that is infecting the person. And when we get into mechanisms of action, we're going to talk about 6 types of evil energy that can, and I'll repeat this later, but we've got wind, the bringer of 1,000 diseases, hot, cold, dry, damp, and what we call summer heat. And wind brings them all into the body. So going back to that concept of wind before, scraping out the wind, releasing the wind. So after the Neolithic period, things shot forward a bit, and we have a book called the Ling Shu. There's two main classical texts in Chinese medicine where it all kind of springs from. The Huangdi Neijing Ling Shu and the Huangdi Neijing Suwen. The Suwen is the simple questions. It's the pathology textbook. The Ling Shu is the technical manual. It's how you touch people, how you treat people. And they mention 9 needles in the Ling Shu. And the 9 needles, the first 3 are not inserted into the body. The first 3. We have the zanshin, or the arrowhead needle, the enshin, or the egg-shaped needle, the round needle, and we have the Gua Shen or Teishen, depending on how the text is translated, which is either this or this. This fits the description better. But you can see, round needle has the shape of an egg. It's used for rubbing, massaging, to divide and separate is not to injure the muscles and flesh. It's a massage tool. The first 3 tools are massage tools. And in the Ling Shu, it specifically states that we start from the most superficial and the least invasive modalities. TCM practitioners, all the acupuncturists out there, should be starting with these before they even touch you with a needle. They should be thinking about this stuff. All right? The next 3 needles are completely out of the scope of practice. They're for removing body fluids. You got a bleeding needle, a needle for releasing edema, and a needle for removing pus and blood from carbuncles and furuncles. Real pretty stuff. And then the last 3 needles are basically modern acupuncture needles. But my point really, and besides just knowing about the history, the point in seeing this is to reiterate, you can all be Chinese medical practitioners.